Okay, so did you receive an email from receipts@messaging.squareup.com and you're getting scared because it says you owe some money to someone? It's like an invoice you received in your email and you see it's coming from a squareup.com email address and you're thinking, this is official. Do I owe this money? And here's the thing. A scammer on squareup.com, they created their own account on squareup.com, is using the platform. They're sending a request for money to your email address through squareup.com. So a scammer is going through squareup.com to try to reach you. That's why you're receiving an email from a squareup.com email address. It is an official email address, but it's not something you need to worry about. This is a scam. Scammers are trying to get you to just give them money for nothing. They're trying to scare you into thinking that you owe money and that maybe like if you don't pay it, something bad's going to happen. Don't worry. This is a long-running scam. Scammers have for years used PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, whatever it may be, to try to get money out of people. They send requests for money to different email addresses or phone numbers, and that they put in different reasons why you owe money, and they hope that 1 out of every 1,000 people or something like that, I don't know the stats, they hope that just a few people fall for it out of those 1,000 or whatever it is, and then they profit. That's what the hope is for the scammers here. You do not owe money to anybody. This is a scam. SquareUp is not going to come after you or something like that. You don't owe any money. You can breathe a sigh of relief, and I'll tell you just a little bit more about this scam. So here's an example I found on Facebook. Anyone get an email like this, I feel like it's a scam since it didn't have any transactions, since I didn't have any transactions for that amount or that day. And it says it's coming from Square Secure. Hello, a customer has disputed a payment you processed on February 18, 2023. They filed a claim with their bank and the bank has reached out to us for more information. And you notice this message here did not come from SquareUp. It did come through SquareUp servers from an email address, but this message was written by a scammer. So he says, hello, space, comma. There should be a name there. That's unprofessional. And then here between on and February, there are 2 spaces, you can tell. There's a space after 2023. This is not a message that SquareUp wrote or that is automated by SquareUp. It looks like that was written by a scammer. Dispute reason, goods/services not received. Dispute amount, $872.22. It might be $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, depending upon the email you received. Again, it's not something you need to pay. And then down here at the bottom, you can view receipt here, squareup.com/receipts. Click here to respond to this dispute. And I can't click on that because it's a screenshot, but here's my thought. This is a phishing attempt, likely, where it says the display URL here says squareup.com/receipts. However, that likely, if you hover over it in your email with on a computer, not on your phone or a tablet, if you hover over it with the mouse, it likely will say it's not going to go to squareup.com, it's going to go to a scam website. And once you click on that, it's going to go to a scam website that looks like the squareup.com login page. And it's going to want you to put your username and your password, or your email and your password, or phone number and your password, whatever it is, your login information. And that is the phishing attempt. Phishing, phishing attempt. They're trying to get your login details. Likely when you put your username or phone number and password in, it might then ask you for more information after that. It might ask you to verify your credit card or do something else. Basically, the scammers are trying to obtain as much information from you as they can. They're trying to scam you. Do not enter any information like that. Don't do anything. If you just clicked on the link but you did not enter any information, you should be okay, is my thought after doing all the reporting that I have on scams. But it's still good to just to check with squareup.com. Go to the official squareup.com website, check in your address bar at the top of your browser that you're on squareup.com and not on a scam website. Talk to customer service through their customer service portal. Maybe there's a phone number, email address, live chat, messaging service, whatever it is, and make sure your account, if you have one with them, is okay. If you did give away any financial information, login information, let's say you gave away a credit card number through the fake, scammy squareup.com website that was not squareup.com, it was a scam website designed to look like squareup.com, call your credit card company, make sure that your accounts are okay, tell them what happened. Basically, just be proactive in making sure everything's okay. And like I said, if you have a squareup.com account, feel free to go to the customer service portal on squareup.com. Make sure you're not on a scam website, you're on squareup.com. Check the address bar at the top, and they can take you through everything and hopefully make sure that everything's okay. Now, if you did in one of these sorts of scams pay money to scammers, I don't know if you're going to be able to get your money back. My recommendation is to immediately, don't wait, contact whatever payment method you used and see if you can get your money reversed or back, refunded, whatever it takes. Be proactive. Make sure you shut down whatever scam you got into, and hopefully, my hope is making this video. There's so many scams, new scams every day. I'm covering a few more here on my personal YouTube channel, in addition to the full-time reporting job that I have, and which is separate from this. My hope is for you that you are able to resolve your situation, you don't lose money. Let me know down below in the comments if you did receive an email from receipts@messaging.squareup.com. Was it another email address for squareup.com? If so, let me know down below as well. And if you have any kind of a story to tell about being scammed or almost being scammed, or something that I did not mention about this whole subject of these SquareUp invoice scams, whatever you want to call them, please include it in the comments below. Have the comments below kind of be a place to add information about this scam from you, the people who sometimes maybe have more information than me, because some of you maybe did get scammed. Unfortunately, the people who do get scammed often have the most data to provide to people on how not to get scammed, because they went through the whole process. It's not fun at all, to say the least. And it can be quite grueling, I imagine. So please use the comments down below to your advantage. Also, what was the amount of money that the scammers were asking you for in the emails you received? Let me know that down in the comments below too. Any information at all that you can provide. I know commenting is not as fun as watching. You can just sit back, but any information you can provide is very helpful to anyone watching this. In addition to these scam videos, like I said, I cover scams here on my personal YouTube channel because there are so many scams out there, new scams every day. You cannot possibly cover all of them, but I'm trying to cover just a few more here in addition to my full-time reporting role, which is separate. And again, this is my personal YouTube channel. I put these videos on my Helping People playlist because people can use all the help they can get, because there are so many scams out there, and tech platforms are not really doing enough. I'm not talking about SquareUp, they can only do so much, but like tech platforms like Meta and other companies are not really doing enough to stop scams. They're allowing scams to run in paid advertising these days, which is insane. And hopefully different authorities can get a handle on that sort of thing in the future, because, I get the feeling that there are way more people being scammed out there on a daily basis than, it would surprise people, is what I think. There's so much news out there every day about politics or natural disasters or inspiring stories or whatever's included on the nightly news. But in addition to that, so many people are being scammed. And yes, the news does cover scams sometimes, but I really, when I look at this as a full-time reporter on another website, there are a lot of scams out there, and there's just not enough being done about them. And I don't think people know how bad it's getting out there now that the internet is really, it's like been nearly 30 years since the creation of AOL, something like that. And it's really, really ramping up recently in just the last few years. And I don't know if it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger, but things are bad out there. So I'm hoping I can do a little bit more here on my channel to help, and that's why I'm doing this. Hit the like button down below, the thumbs up button. That will tell Google and YouTube my video has some value, which would be great, because then other people might be able to find my video and not get scammed, which would be awesome. Also, off to the right of the thumbs up, thumbs down, share, save, and download buttons, that row of buttons just below here is a thanks button. It might be a heart-shaped symbol with a $sign. If you want to tap that, I would love it. Thank you so much for watching.